Hello, it's Ricardo. Well, with Elite Dangerous, we all know one thing: fleet carriers are gonna be expensive. So where are you gonna find 5 billion credits? Are you gonna sell all your ships? That's one option. All those lovely shiny ships that you've been collecting for years. Is it gonna be combat? Is it gonna be trading? Is it gonna be exploration? Or any other contrived method? But let's face it, could it be mining? Mining is the best way of getting an awful lot of money quickly, even after the nerf. Well, I thought I'd head out to the much fabled Borann system to see what all these triple hotspots are all about. People with wild claims of making 200 million credits per hour. Is this possible? Is it still feasible? I'm not a real avid miner, but I thought I'd go and give it a go. So it wasn't long until I went on the internet and found out that Borann A2 was a prime example for low temperature diamond triple hotspots. And I wasn't really disappointed there. They were everywhere. They were smattered all the way across the rings. So time to dive in and check out to see exactly how easy this was going to be. I'm in the Python. The Python's got abrasion blasters, it's got seismic charges, it's got mining lasers, it's got collector limits, it's got prospector limpets, it's got all those things that you need. So dropping into the rings was fair enough. Aim for the ring, go for the midpoint of the intersection rings, bit like that old good old Venn diagrams, and get in there. One before long I started scanning. I was looking for the yellowest of the yellow asteroids. Now, I also had that option to go in there and do some deep core mining as well. I wasn't just going to limit myself to the quick money making way that has been put on the internet by some YouTubers. One before long I'd fired a collector limpet off and I'd come across a good little asteroid that had 14.22% low temperature diamonds. Okay, material content was low. So, time to get the mining lasers out, get the collectors working, lowering that cargo scoop, and get burning off some low temperature diamond fragments. Now, I had to go through a little bit of settings to cancel out some of the other fragments like bromelite, hydrogen peroxide, all those other things that I didn't want to cloud me from collecting those low temperature diamonds. So, added them to the ignore list, and I got mining and collecting. No dramas there. Everything seemed to be going quite wonderful. It was spewing out low temperature diamonds absolutely everywhere. I thought, this is far too easy. I'll be done within 35 minutes. Never you mind. Never mind this 2 hours rubbish. Well, let's take a bit of time. Yes, you can accentuate this by having perhaps a bigger ship and more mining lasers. I'm here in the Python. I wanted to keep at least one beam laser to deter anybody who dropped in. You know, I had to have abrasion blaster in case I came across a deep core, because that's big money, right? We're not talking about fragments there. You're talking about a tonnage of low temperature diamonds. That could really expedite me getting to this 200 million credits an hour. It gets me a little bit closer to getting towards this fleet carrier that I said I wouldn't buy, but I'll probably end up buying because, hey, I'm a sheep of conformity to Frontier Development. From what I've been seeing, you know, they are making some concessions as well within the game from what we've seen with the beta. Whether I'll keep it or not, I don't know. But hey, more prospecting to go on as well. I've collected all those low temperature diamonds and I am continuing. Prospector limpets flying off left, right and centre, with collector limpets collecting up all those fragments. Important to note as well, mind, that not each fragment is a ton of low temperature diamonds. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? That would be far too easy. We would be all richer than rich people. No, each fragment makes up a part of a tonnage, and once you get to that one tonnage that is made in your refinery, then you get 1 ton of low temperature diamonds. Things that I found out here, I was never too sure how many limpets to take with me. And when I say limpets, I thought I got 196 tons of cargo space in the Python. How many limpets am I going to take? And I've always been sort of like left caught short. So I thought, right, no dramas here. I'm going in there with a good old 185 to 192 limpets. I forget the actual figure. Problem I've got there is that I run out of cargo space because the limpets constantly cycle to pick up all those mining fragments. Now all that's good from one point of view because you're not expending many limpets, you can go out and do as much more prospecting. But on the other hand, you've got to try and get that ratio right. And what is a good ratio for the limpets to cargo space to ensure you get the amount of material that you want to mine? And I don't really think there's a good calculation for that. You guys got hit and hope. But you can always eject those limpets and then hopefully pick them up a little bit later on after you fire a few more prospectors out. There is going to be a knack to doing this, I'm sure. I'm sure other people have found that. Let me know in the comments what your knack is, because I tell you one thing now, I left about 20 limpets through the entire extent of doing this video, which to me that's a waste of money. Even though I was firing more limpets off left, right and centre, I still managed to come away with 196 tons of low temperature diamonds. So here we go, I'm doing more and more mining and refining. It's all going really well. I'm hitting asteroids all the time. Low temperature diamonds are dropping out. Things couldn't be better. But am I going to hit 200 million credits an hour? Well, that's the real trick, isn't it? And that's something that, you know, it's not necessarily hard to achieve, but it's not as easy as everyone makes out. Now, as I mentioned, this is a traditional mining method. Get your mining lasers out, get your collectors. And thank the Lord, right, for collectors. Can you imagine scooping all these up with a cargo scoop? What a pain that must be. There's always the method as well of deep core mining, and I've covered deep core mining before, and so has everybody else. I'm sure everyone's sick to the sight of deep core mining. For this video, it's specifically all about, can I get to that amount of 200 million? And I've got to say, yes I did, give or take a couple of million. I managed to go out there and fill my cargo hold right the way to the top with 196 tons, give or take a couple of tons of low temperature diamonds. And that was great. Did I do it all by conventional mining? Not a chance. I was fortunate to find in a triple hotspot like that, I suppose you could say it's not really fortunate, some effective low temperature diamond cores. And I mined the hell out of them, got the abrasion blaster out, and I was soon well on my way to achieving the goal that I wanted. So what did I do? Well, I went on some of the third-party apps that are found on the web. INRA, EDDB, looking for places as well that I could sell the low temperature diamonds. And I soon found one, and it wasn't long before I got to Hamilton Gateway in the Wolf 406 system, who was going to give me, they said, and it was a little bit of delay, but it was pretty much recent, 1.1 million a ton for low temperature diamonds. Now, I don't know if that's good, I don't know if that's bad. It seemed like a pretty good amount of money for me. Pretty much 5 times the amount they were advertising when you go and look at the amount that low temperature diamonds are for. So I got in there and I docked. No dramas there for getting in there to land. I wasn't carrying anything funky or illegal. Straight in, and I knew, I was confident that if that would match the price for me, I was going to be sat on the best part of 200 million, give or take a bit. And that wasn't so bad. But did it take me an hour? In this ship and this setup, no it didn't. It took me about 2 hours, 2.5 hours I would say, on a Sunday morning, mining. Nothing else to do, we're all aware of what's going on in the world, but this is exactly what I was doing. Buying time, spending time, doing what I enjoy doing, and just keeping my mind occupied. And I got 200 million. Didn't get my ship blown up, it was relatively safe, nobody came down in a form of pirates to blow me up. Whether that will be the same when I return, I don't know. But I was able to land, turn back on all my modules that I turned off to lower my heat signature, and also sell my cargo. So here we are, Hamilton Gateway. A little over 2.5 hours, doing this myself, restock and repairing everything, onto the commodities market, on to sell, scrolling all the way down. Of course I can't wait now, can I? Low temperature diamonds, 1 million per ton, giving me 198 million. It's not bad, is it? So yeah, there's probably quicker ways of doing it. There are probably exploits out there as well, but we don't like exploits because that's cheating. You can't play the game without cheating. There's no point, right? I mean, these exploits are stamped on pretty much straight away anyway, and you'll get all your money taken off you. So doing it this way, at least you know it's legit, and even with the nerf, that's 200 million. 200 million credits there, baby. So let's face it, I've got about $1 billion in the bank. $1 billion and 200 million. I'm going to need a bit more. Do this at least another couple of times. I'm going to say another couple of times? Probably another 20 times to get what I want. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you soon.